Hey everybody, today I'm going to show you how to make delicious chocolate custard from scratch. And the reason I'm going to show you is because next Monday I'm going to do the most amazing 12-layer chocolate Napoleon cake that will use this recipe. So first we're going to separate our egg yolks from egg whites in a bowl. And we're going to start with our egg yolks. Put your egg yolks into a large dish. Then we're going to add sugar and we're going to whisk everything together until it's kind of combined. Then I'm going to add a little bit of milk and mix everything together until it's nice and smooth. You want to make sure you add everything at a little bit at a time. Add your flour, then cocoa powder, and you want to use a sieve straight away, so just put everything inside and use a spoon to sieve it so there are no lumps. We're going to mix everything together quite slowly using a whisk, and you want to make sure everything is incorporated together. You can start slowly, then whisk faster, just make sure everything is mixed in. Next we take a different pan, we're going to add our milk, the rest of the milk inside, and I'm using a vanilla seed and I'm going to cut it in half and get all the beans out just to make sure that our custard is so delicious. You can also use vanilla extract if you don't have a vanilla bean. And just using a knife, gently scrape all the vanilla seeds and put them into your milk together with your vanilla pod. This will make sure that milk infuses with as much vanilla as it can. So we're going to boil this until it reaches the boiling point and starts to rise. And then we're going to add a little bit of our hot milk into our chocolate mixture. So then I'm slowly mixing that in. And you want to make sure you add a little bit at a time so we don't cook our eggs. So this is why we have to do it step by step. Then I'm going to add the rest of my chocolate mixture into the milk. And we're going to cook this very slowly on a low heat. Guys and girls, I have my recipe on my website at alisyummyfood.com. You'll find full ingredients and also directions on how to make this. And also you'll be able to find loads of other recipes that I do for my channel. Just click on the picture and you'll be able to see the whole video with the directions and the full recipe in English and Russian languages. You need to make sure that you're mixing the chocolate custard all the time with your whisk, and then I've changed it to actually a wooden spatula because it started to thicken. So just keep whisking and whisking just until it starts to set a little bit and becomes more firm. So a good test to do is use your spoon, drip the mixture, and then with your finger just be careful, go down, and if the custard goes and leaves the line, then it's probably done. So you just want to finish that off, and then we're going to add butter inside and mix everything together until it's melted. So at this stage I'm back to my whisk and I'm just going to make sure it's all incorporated and mixed in. You can see here it started to thicken and it's not as liquidy as before, and it's beautiful, sort of this shiny chocolate color. Then you want to place a cling film on top of your pan. This is to ensure it doesn't form any skin, and we're going to make sure that the custard cools down completely for a good hour or two, so you can place this into the fridge if you want. But ideally you can do the custard a day in advance before assembling your cake. So when it's done, take it out, take the cling film off, and you will see it's actually set even more. Next, add butter into your stand mixer and whisk the butter for a good 3 to 5 minutes until it sort of changes the color and becomes nice and fluffy. And this part is crucial. We're going to add 1 tablespoon, like a large one, I'm using a spoon from the soup, of your chocolate custard, and we're going to whisk on high speed and combine it with the softened butter. We need to make sure that we add custard at a very sort of small quantities so that the butter is mixed in completely. This process can take, 10 to 15 minutes or so, because you don't want the custard to split and you don't want any lumps. So just make sure you mix everything gradually and just have a bit of patience. And you'll start to see that it becomes more thick. The color will change to a more pale one. because the butter adds a bit more color. And finally, when everything is mixed in, your butter, make sure you scrub the bowl as well. You will see that it's kind of this shiny chocolate custard. It's done, it looks beautiful, and you know, if you're storing it for tomorrow, then you can put it into a jar just like this, or if you're decorating a cake, then you can decorate it straight away. Just make sure it has completely cooled down. This chocolate custard is really delicious. It's perfect for the chocolate Napoleon cake that I'll be using in my recipe next week. So if you're planning to make that, make this one in advance, and then you can make the cake with me on Monday. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave the comments down below, and don't forget to check out all my other videos. Thank you guys.